Okay, good morning. So we are discussing the reactions of phenol, and the last reaction is Kolb's reaction. Last reaction, Kolb's reaction. Kolb's reaction. What is Kolb's reaction? Reaction of phenol with NaOH and carbon dioxide followed by acidification will give salicylic acid. So what is that? Reaction of phenol. Look at here. Reaction of phenol with NaOH. First NaOH, then second carbon dioxide followed by acidification H2OH plus at 125 degrees Celsius and 5 to 7 atm pressure. Atm pressure, we get salicylic acid. What is salicylic acid? OH, COH. This is salicylic acid. Okay, this reaction is known as what is that? Kolb's reaction. What is Kolb's reaction? Reaction of phenol with NaOH and carbon dioxide followed by acidification will give salicylic acid. This reaction is known as Kolb's reaction. Look at here: phenol, NaOH, carbon dioxide, acidification at 125 degrees Celsius. And at a pressure of 5 to 7 atm, we get OHCOH, orthohydroxybenzoic acid or salicylic acid. So that's all about reactions of phenol. Next is distinction between alcohol and phenol. Distinction between alcohol and phenol. What do you mean by distinction between alcohol and phenol? We know that how do you distinguish between alcohol and phenol? We know that both alcohol and phenol both are acidic in nature. Then how will you find out which one is alcohol and which one is phenol? There are many tests to distinguish between alcohol and phenol. First one is litmus test. Litmus test. We know that phenol is more acidic than alcohol, or alcohol is less acidic than phenol, and hence phenol can turn blue litmus paper red. Okay, because phenol is acidic enough. Okay, it is enough acidic to convert blue litmus paper to red. So phenol, what phenol will do? Phenol will change blue litmus to red. Okay, blue litmus to red. Phenol can change what is that? Blue litmus to red, but alcohols cannot. Okay, that means phenol is more acidic than alcohol. That's the reason phenol will change the blue. When you dip a blue litmus paper in phenol, it can change to red, but alcohols cannot. Second one is second reaction is action with neutral ferric chloride. Okay. Action with the neutral ferric chloride. Second one, action with the neutral ferric chloride. Phenol will give with the neutral ferric chloride. Phenol will give bluish red coloration. Bluish red coloration with neutral ferric chloride due to the formation of complex, but alcohols do not. Alcohols no color change. So phenol will develop a bluish red coloration with neutral ferric chloride solution. This is the second test. First one is litmus paper test, and the second one is action with the neutral ferric chloride. When phenol is warmed with neutral ferric chloride, what will develop? A bluish red coloration will develop due to the formation of a complex, but alcohols do not. Okay, and the third one, action with bromine water. Okay, action with the bromine water. Phenol will form a white precipitate. Will give a white precipitate with bromine water. Alcohol Does not. Okay, that means when phenol is shaken with bromine water, what will form a white precipitate of hydroxide bromo derivative of that means bromophenol will form, and due to the formation of that bromo derivative we get a white precipitate. But when we shake alcohol with bromine water, there is no white precipitate. Okay, that is the third one. So first one, litmus paper. Phenol turns blue litmus paper to red. Action with the neutral ferric chloride. Phenol will give a bluish red coloration. Alcohols do not. Action with the bromine water. Phenol will give a white precipitate with the bromine water due to the formation of bromophenol. Alcohols do not. And the fourth one. This you have studied Lieberman's nitroso reaction. This you have studied. What is Lieberman's nitroso reaction? When phenol is treated with sodium nitrite and concentrated H2SO4, first you will develop a deep blue or green coloration, which will turn to red on dilution with water, and on basification with the NaOH will regain the original blue or green color. This is what is called Lieberman's nitroso reaction that you have studied, and will give a color test. Will give a color test. Phenol will give a color change. Okay, color test, and alcohols will not. Okay, so you have to write what is Lieberman's nitroso reaction. Simply don't write phenol will give a color change. It is not like that. With the concentrated H2SO4 sodium nitrate, first it will turn to deep blue or green color. Then when we add excess of water, that color will be changed to red. Then what will happen if you add NaOH? What will happen? The color will go back to the blue or green color. That is Lieberman's nitroso reaction. And the last one is Thalin test. Thalin test. Okay, what is Thalin test? Phenol is treated with when phenol is treated with phthalic anhydride, anhydride and H2SO4, and phthalic anhydride and H2SO4. Okay, first phenol is treated with, or phenol is warmed with, better you can write instead of treated. When phenol is warmed with heated with phthalic anhydride and H2SO4, and poured into an excess of poured into an excess of 10% NaOH will develop bluish red coloration, red coloration, or bluish red coloration, or violet or greenish yellow fluorescence. Okay. So keep it in mind, Thalin test, that means when phenol is warmed with, first you are warming phenol with phthalic anhydride and H2SO4, phthalic anhydride and concentrated H2SO4. Then what we will do, we will pour this mixture into 10% NaOH solution. When we pour this mixture, that means first phenol is warmed with H2SO4 and phthalic anhydride, and we are pouring that mixture into excess of 10% NaOH. Then what will happen? We will form a bluish red coloration, or what is that, greenish yellow fluorescence. If this color test is given, we can say that the given substance is phenol, but alcohols do not. Alcohol will not give this Thalin test. These are the tests to distinguish between alcohol and phenol. Now last is uses of phenol. Okay, uses of phenol. Keep it in mind, uses of phenol. Uses of phenol. Okay. Okay, first one, a 0.2 percentage of phenol is used as antiseptic in soaps, lotions, ointments, etc. 0.2% solution can be used as antiseptic, and 2% solution can be used as disinfectant, or can be used as a disinfectant. Okay, so here you are using 0.2% as antiseptic for treatment of wounds, cuts, etc. And here it is used as a disinfectant for cleaning our floors or other utensils, etc. That it can be used as a disinfectant. And third one, it is used for the preparation of aspirin for making aspirin that we have studied, aspirin and salicylic acid, aspirin and salicylic acid. Okay, another use is for making aspirin and salicylic acid. Then next one, it is used for the making of the explosive picric acid, okay, and azodize, etc. used for making picric acid and azodize. And of course, you might have studied phenol formaldehyde resin. That means it is used for making, what is that, thermosetting plastics, thermosetting polymer like bakelite. Okay, bakelite. Okay, these are the important uses of phenol. So keep it in mind, a very low concentration of phenol is used as an antiseptic. At a higher concentration, it can be used as a disinfectant. It is used for making aspirin and salicylic acid, and it is also used for the preparation of picric acid and what is that, dye, the formation of dyes. And the last one is used for making thermosetting plastics like bakelite. Okay, and thank you.